Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patke and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to take a look at the preview of the final of the DP World Asia Cup 2022, which is going to take place at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Certainly, many people expected at the start of the tournament for this final to be between India and Pakistan, but Sri Lanka has surprised one and all, and many estimates are even putting Sri Lanka odds on favor to win this game. Despite the fact that they had a thrashing in the first game against Afghanistan by 8 wickets, they have played wonderfully well, and they are playing as one team, as a cohesive unit, and there is a security in the Sri Lankan side about their places in the starting 11, which has resulted in the players getting confident day by day. As far as Pakistan is concerned, you should never write off Pakistan, and I think the game is 50-50. It is very hard to choose, but Pakistan has some issues, particularly their vulnerabilities in the middle order is well documented, and it will be interesting to see. Unfortunately, if Babar Azam or Mohammad Rizwan doesn't get a good start, or either of the one perishes early, then the middle order will be in for a testing time. But I would think that in this game, Babar Azam will turn up. He has to turn up, and five consecutive failures. I think his quota of failures is over in this tournament, and he will certainly performed very well in this match. As we know, that he carries Pakistan's hopes on his shoulders, and he is one of the best batsmen of Pakistan, the best batsman certainly of Pakistan, and one of the best in the world. And his form will be crucial for team's chances not only in this Asia Cup final but also for the World Cup, which is going to take place in next month. So it will be interesting to see how his form pans out in the final. Mohammad Rizwan had a failure last game. It will be also essential for Fakhar Zaman to put in a substantial score. If you ignore his 50 against Zimbabwe, he scored 53 of 41 deliveries. Then it has been a lackluster tournament for him. Twin failures against India in the Super 4 and Super 6 stages respectively, and not much contribution against Pakistan, against Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. So if he doesn't perform, his place also can be in jeopardy. But I think he has the backing from the team management, and he needs to come good. The Pakistani middle order of Iftikhar Ahmed, Khushdil Shah, and Asif Ali, at least they need to make substantial contribution in the tune of 30 to 40, where Pakistani bowlers have a chance. We know that Pakistan's strong suit is their bowling. Despite the fact that Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan are playing wonderfully well for the past 18 months in the T20 format, at least Haris Rauf has found his rhythm after taking a beating in the first couple of games of the tournament. He has bowled wonderfully well against Sri Lanka, packed the two openers in the power play, and yes. More will be expected of Haris Rauf. Naseem Shah will return in place of Hassan Ali in all certainty. Naseem Shah was given a break, not to just keep him fresh for the final. And Mohammad Hasnain has bowled consistently above 145 clicks, so he will be an asset for Pakistan. But he has to work on his line and length, because if that is not on the mark, you can go to all parts of the ground, and despite having good pace, you are of no use to the team. I am sure Hasnain and the team management will look into that for Pakistan. So the deciding factor once again could be the toss. This should not be the situation, and ICC should look into it. But it is what it is. The template has been set all around the world, not only in just tournaments, that win the toss and chase first, and bowl first, I beg your pardon. But I would like to suggest that in a high pressure game, runs on the board always are good, and this can be also looked as an option if the team isn't confident, or if the team management has made a bold ploy to bat first by winning the toss. I don't think it will happen, but should it happen, that it will be a big gamble, and this kind of situation will be excellent for the teams to know themselves how they set the score first, how to approach the innings, how the pitch behaves, and what will be the range of the score that they will do in this match. Probably, for example, if Pakistan win the toss and surprisingly bat first, they will know to assess how to approach the innings, how to attack the bowlers, which bowlers to attack, and how to set their pace. So it will be essential for them in the World Cup games against India and South Africa, because as we know, one game in World Cup is very very important, and if you lose that game, so there is nothing can be done about it. That will be water under the bridge. Pakistan coach Shakleen Mushtaq also said that in the press conference, that big teams don't talk about toss, and he is absolutely correct. If toss doesn't go our way, we still have to perform, and that is what both the teams need to do. Dasun Shanaka last game also won the toss, which was a dead rubber, or we can term it as a dress rehearsal for the final. And he also chose to bowl first, play it safe. It will be interesting to see what he does if Lanka lose the toss and they have to bat first. What will be their approach, and vice versa, the same case with the Pakistan. So expecting a jack of a contest. As I said at the start of the video, that I think it's very close to call 50-50, and I hope the stadium is full packed. According to my sources, it is, and it will be a carnival atmosphere, and the game should be befitting of a Asia Cup final. So all the best to both the teams. And how did you like my preview of the Asia Cup final? Please tell me in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, everyone, bye. I'm requesting again, please subscribe.